Hello, everybody. I'm back, and let's talk to the next part of Phase One. And finally, we get to see a much better movie than the 1990s version, Captain America. Captain America: The First Avenger, the missing Avenger that everybody wanted to see and is more anticipated about, despite the casting of Chris Evans being Captain America, which everybody was pretty much mad about. And I didn't actually mind it. To me, it felt a bit. Okay, he was Human Torch, but okay, we're gonna have him as as the Captain America. Okay, I didn't even mind it. But anyways, we'll get to that in a bit. Let's start off first with who directed this. Directed by Joe Johnston, stars Chris Evans, Haley Atwell, Sebastian Stan, Tommy Lee Jones, and of course Hugo Weaving as the Red Skull. And he is definitely one of them. And we'll get to him in a bit because I got so much good stuff to talk about that movie. And yes, let's first start off with the story. It's also, yet again, another origin story of Steve Rogers, who was a puny little guy who wanted to join the army, but gets rejected due to him being small. But at least his best friend, Bucky Barnes, or James Buchanan Barnes, does get accepted to the military. But then Steve Rogers would always dream to become a soldier. And with that, he actually does. Due to overhearing a conversation by Stanley Tucci's character, one of the doctors, who gives him an opportunity, but not only to become part of the army, but also a test subject to give Captain America the super soldier serum, and then with that, it becomes a huge success. But then things go completely awry on Hydra completely takes over, and that is when Red Skull comes into play. And I gotta say, I got much to say about it, but we're gonna get close to that. Let's talk first about Chris Evans. It was controversial. People were saying, why does everybody want the Human Torch or the guy from another teen movie being Captain America? He was cheesy as hell as in the Fantastic Four, and he was completely cool but very cheesy in the Not Another Teen movie. He does shut everybody up in this movie, and he does a great performance as Captain America, and he owns the role, and I absolutely loved him as Captain America. He definitely deserves to be Captain America and shuts everybody up completely. And I gotta say, just like Robert Downey Jr. shut everybody up as Tony Stark / Iron Man, as Steve Rogers as Captain America, he completely owns the role. And I gotta say, Chris Evans, good timing, dude. And good way to shut up everybody who doubted him. And as for the supporting cast, Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, great job delivering, great performances by Sebastian Stan. And then for the next supporting cast, Haley Atwell as Peggy Carter, absolutely great. Tommy Lee Jones as the general of the whole team does a great job also. And then the next thing I want to talk about is the villain himself, and I got lots to say. Hugo Weaving does an absolute fantastic job being the villain, and I wanted him so bad to be him. I wanted him so bad to be Marvel vs. Capcom, but unfortunately, that never happens. And I really, really wanted him to be Marvel vs. Capcom, but let's not talk about that game because I'm mostly disappointed at that. I love this more than Marvel vs. Capcom, and I gotta say, Red Skull's performance was absolutely great by Hugo Weaving. I can't remember the puny guy's name. I think it's Ola. Dr. Zola also does a fantastic job, and I absolutely loved his role. And that gets a plus, and without a doubt, I absolutely loved the action scenes of this movie. I really wanted more Captain America, even though we get to see him in a very cheesy, Captain America being an actor. I thought it was a bit unnecessary, but it does show that it's part of the comic book industry, and I gotta say, it's really cool, but I absolutely love the scenes that Captain America was going out there kicking ass and proving everybody, not only Steve Rogers just an ordinary soldier, but a super soldier who can take down anybody without any hesitation, and not only by himself, but with the help of his friends, Bucky Barnes and the rest of the soldiers that he freed from Hydra himself. And it's absolutely great. The CGI and everything, how the way it looks like from the 1940s absolutely looks fantastic, and the 1940s aesthetics, but we only get to see just only the action scenes, which is cool and all, but I just would have loved to see a little bit more of the lore itself. We do get to see it in the beginning, but it doesn't get much. But anyways, let's talk. Do I recommend seeing this movie? Yes. Even though it's very little I'm talking about. Great performances by Chris Evans, who plays Captain America's performance, the supporting cast of Peggy Carter, the General, Dr. Zola, Bucky Barnes, Bucky Barnes, Red Skull, everybody else, everything else was absolutely cool. Just a small nitpicking there, and then to me it felt a little bit cheesy though, seeing Captain America as an actor. So what would I give this movie? Exactly, I'm gonna have to give this an 8 out of 10, just like Thor 1. I absolutely loved this movie, and I gotta say, it did manage to make this movie and the MCU $1.5 billion, which is amazing, which $1 billion, which is insane. And wow, I was absolutely shocked to see how Marvel went from a bankrupt company to just how it began, how it is right now. But during that day, they just became much more better. And then not only that too, we completely got characters who have their own movies. We get to see their origins, what their story is about, what their motivation is, and what they do, and what they're good at. Heroes are always, to me, a part of me, the ones who deserve to be the most cared more about. And I gotta say, at least Marvel took their time to at least make this crossover happen. And I really have so much to say about Marvel's The Avengers, because after hearing the rumors that Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, and then also a new replacement for Edward Norton's character, Mark Ruffalo, I was a bit concerned because I saw that there was a lot of actors being part of this movie, and I gotta say, I was actually looking forward to upcoming movie. And I gotta say, at least please, for those out there who love Red Skull, I want to see more of them. I do want Hugo Weaving to return, but how? Find a way, Marvel. I know many villains die, but then come back from the dead out of nowhere, and I know you can do that. But hey, at least the movie was a fun ride without a doubt, and I enjoyed it so damn much. And then I think it might be the last time that Paramount Pictures owns these movies, because in the upcoming Avengers movies, this is not only part of Paramount, but also Disney's. And this is the part where Disney buys the rights to the Marvel characters, and not all of them, just a few of them, for the ones that you get to see over here. Well, anyways, guys, I'll see you guys next time with Marvel's The Avengers. I got lots of good stuff to talk about there. And to me, I'm going to say this next time. I'll catch you guys next time. I'll see you in the next one. Nerd of the 90s, out.